Welcome back to another episode of Iron Rage, a special edition. I'm sitting here with none other than Jimmy the Iron Bull Pellechia. And Jimmy, this is a very special episode because it's the last episode from New York, New York. As you know, I'm moving down to Florida. Yes. And for some reason, I feel like we're back in 2000, not even 2000, 1997 when we did that reconstruction of a bodybuilder video.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm here with Jimmy the Iron Bull Pellechia. We're about to train back.
That was a lot of fun, man. Look, friendships, you don't have to see each other for years. Right. And you just pick right up from where you left off.
Well, people have been demanding. I've been getting like threatening emails that when are you going to get Jimmy the Bull on this show? Because they want to know your freaking opinion on things. So, this is Iron Rage, and we're going to rage about a couple things today. And one of the things that I think is really irking a lot of people is that, and I want your opinion on this. I haven't asked you. I don't even know your opinion. In this industry, okay, since the YouTube generation has taken over and everyone thinks they're a video star now, back in the day, the fans looked up to the bodybuilders, the powerlifters, the guys that were on top of their game that appeared in the magazines. Nowadays, there's a bunch of guys locked in their basement with a webcam on them who think that they're Bob Costas, or they're going to give their analysis of the bodybuilding industry, and that they're the most listened to people. There's guys like Louis Marco and Vegan Gains, and these guys, people you probably don't even follow. But they have interesting accents, or they're the vegetarian. Everyone's got their own little shtick. Yeah. I am Louis Marco, and I will give you the rundown on the Ronnie Coleman. And people like, and so they have like a bunch of kooky followers, and they think that they are they're it. What do you say to that? I mean, you were back in the day. Yeah. And you were the real deal. I mean, you went into the gym, you lifted the iron, you didn't bullshit, you said it like it was. Yeah. People looked up to you. Yeah. Nowadays, no one even gives a crap about the people like you.
No, they don't. It's very sad. But by the way, before we get into this conversation, you like the glasses?
It makes you look a little too intellectual, I think.
Does it?
Yeah.
So I think I should take them off.
I think you should. For this show, I think they should come off.
All right, I'll take them off. Yeah. All right. I can't see shit anymore, so we'll take them off. All right, so anyway, what's my take on that? I'll tell you what my take is on it, all right? It's
into the microphone.
It's the internet.
Pick up the microphone like you normally do.
I know, right? We're using it. Anyway, what it is like, it's the internet world today, right? Yeah. So every basement, cellar, closet got some fucking creep, fucking doing his thing in there, and these people, they see them, Right. Years ago, when me and you were back in the day, you had to actually accomplish something to be known, right? If we didn't do the shit we did back then, we weren't going to, there was no internet.
But isn't this like the generation of lackeys almost,
Yeah, because you could be a schmuck now from your basement and portray that you're somebody, and people are stupid out there. I got to say it, they are. I mean, so, they say, oh, look at this guy. Oh, it's bullshit. Back in the day when we were training our asses off, traveling all over, shows, interacting with the public, we did something. Right. So, we got recognized, and that's what happened. Today, you don't have to even leave your fucking bedroom. It's disgusting. I'll give you an example. I went over my friend's house the other day, and his son, I walk in. I haven't seen them in a long time. And I walk in, and his son's on the dining room table, the fucking headphones on the laptop, doing his thing. And I said, hey, what's up, man? I've seen the kid, he got big, Yeah. And didn't even fucking... He didn't give me the time of day. He just looked at me, gave me a nod. He kept going, and with the headphones. I'm like, it's just what this fucking generation is turning into.
They're like people, zombies, aren't they?
They're fucking disconnected from fucking society.
They're zombified.
I mean, the proper thing would have been, "Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Give me a handshake, a hug, or whatever. I've seen, a little respect, it's just whatever. I mean, I can't believe it with these people.
Well, nowadays also, the people you have girls on Instagram who put pictures of their butt up there.
Oh, please,
all day long. But listen, and they're making money, Jimmy. They are being,
I should try that.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to look at your ass, but they're courting these people.
I might have to shake my ass, but
they're getting rid of. They don't even care about the people who are winning shows. They want the people who have the most social media following. What's wrong with society, Jimmy?
It's getting warped. That's what's happening. It's getting.
Drink more wine.
Let me get a little more. It's getting warped. So I mean, I tell you, I went out to dinner the other night. I was telling Sharif, what's his name, Sadiq. So anyway,
Sharif.
So I'm going out to a
Jimmy
nice
the
restaurant, right?
I sent Jimmy the Bull to the Arnold Classic one year, and I said, I want you to interview the people in the expo.
Oh, yeah.
And he went around and he interviewed some Indian guy, and he said, what's your name, sir? And he's like, Singh.
Yeah.
You're like, Singer?
Yeah.
What's your name, Singer?
Oh, my God.
What's your name, Jim Singer? No, my name is Singh.
Yeah, he had the turban, right?
Yeah, Singer.
Then I was asking him.
You turned him into a Jew.
Then I was asking him questions about his turban.
Yeah.
If he ever takes it off.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy. But anyway, I was out to dinner the other night, you know, and I'm at a restaurant. It's a nice restaurant, an Italian restaurant. And I'm sitting at the bar. I like to eat at the bar. And it's an older place, you know, people like my age and older, whatever. And I'm looking down the bar, this side and that side, you know, and all these couples, you know. The woman is on the phones. Like, they're all on the phones. I mean, and the husband's eating.
No one talks to each other.
And all the women are on the fucking phones.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around. I'm going, this is the society we live in today. The couples are out. The husband and wife are out. He's eating dinner. And she's on the fucking phone. I never seen anything like it in my life. It's like, where's the connection? Usually you go out because you want to, you know, you're working all week. You don't see each other, busy. You know, you go out to dinner because you want to spend time and have a little conversation. And the poor guy's eating by himself, and they're all on the phones. To me, it's disgusting. You know, I have a phone, but I need it. You know, I got a communication. I got to call this one. I got to call that one. But I don't fucking. You know, you drive on the expressway. I'm in the car, my truck. I'm looking out the window. And every car that goes by, the guy's driving, and the woman is at night. So the woman, you can see the light in her face. Every motherfucker's on the phone.
Well, Johnny, you know, does the phone while he's driving. That's why he gets tickets all the time.
Yeah.
He's got like 3 or 4 tickets because he texts while he is driving.
Well, you know, he's in his own land, Johnny. That's why, you know. He's in Romano land, you know. I love John to death, but, you know. Yeah. He's got to do his thing, you know. How is he anyway? I haven't seen him so long.
I don't know.
I texted him the other day. I said,
had him on the radio show the
I
other
said,
day.
I need to talk to you. So he texted me back. I need your number. Obviously, he lost my number somehow. All right, so I texted back the number. It was fucking 3 weeks from by.
How did he text you if he didn't have your number?
Huh?
How did you?
I did it on Facebook message.
Oh.
Yeah. He goes, I need your number. Give me your number. So I gave him my fucking number. I never fucking heard from him.
Well, John built the studio here.
Yeah,
the house that Ruth built, as we call it, or the house that Romano built. And
right.
Since we're moving now to Florida, he's going to he's going to help us build out the new one. So we might have to get you down there. So we might have to have a collaborative. Use your woodworking skills with John's creativity.
Well, you know, I'm coming down there. I'm leaving there towards the beginning of November.
No, I know. That's when you're going to come and visit us.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Yeah, I might even stay with you. I don't know.
We got a room for you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you know what? Maybe if I kidnap you, I'll get you to work on the studio because then you'll be right there.
Yeah,
you literally walk across the driveway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you're at the studio.
Yeah, I'm a little excited about going. I haven't been out of state and I can't even remember, man.
Yeah, you're getting old. I know.
I'm a little excited about going, man.
So, Jimmy, you don't. I
got a little anxiety about the plane. I got to be honest.
You seem a little too calm today.
Yeah.
And I know what's going to happen. The people who are watching are going to say, Jimmy, you drugged up Jimmy.
Yeah.
And now he's way too calm. I
just got off work. I had a little sip of wine. I got to unwind a little bit. You know how
they're going to say that they're going to call it the pussification of Jimmy the Bull. You know, it's because
believe me, I got a lot of rage in me, man.
Well, you've been getting beat up by your ex-wife in court a lot.
Oh my God, I was just in court the other day with her with the college thing. Now it's
17 years. You told me this has been going on. This battle in court with your wife. How much money do you feel that you've lost over the years to lawyers?
Oh my God!
And to having to pay out. Be honest.
Over the course of the years?
Yeah, over 17 years.
I don't know, man. It's
a couple $100,000.
It's probably close to that. Yeah.
Think about what you could have bought with that couple $100,000.
Yeah, I could have gave it to my kids.
Right.
You know.
Well, how about you could have had a house?
I came out of the courtroom the other day, and I walked out into the hallway. I was inflamed. My face was red. I can't stand going to court anymore. I hate that fucking place.
Does the judges, do they know you there?
Oh, they know me like forget it. Like, I can go and have coffee with these people. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's here again, you know? And it ain't me, it's her.
Who do they like? Do they like you or your ex-wife better, do you think?
You know, it's like sometimes I feel like they like me.
Are they starting to feel bad for you?
Sometimes I'm like, oh, no, she don't like me.
Are they starting to feel bad for you because you've been coming for 17 years?
It's funny. One judge who I was seeing for years, I think she started finally feeling bad for me, right?
Yeah.
And
She's gotta.
And I get a new judge.
Oh, really?
So now I get the court papers and I see the name. I'm like, this ain't the judge that I had.
Right.
She was just starting to like me,
right.
you know?
Right.
So I go over there. Now she's, she don't know the whole story.
Well, your daughters are in college now, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, how much longer do you have to keep paying out? It's like you can't get away from this woman.
I got 3 more years. Yeah. That's what I told. I was just telling you. When I got out of the courtroom, I come out of the courtroom.
You know why Jimmy's so relaxed, though? People don't know what you do. This is how he relaxes. You go to the VA hospital.
That's right.
And you hang out there
as
if
there.
it's like a
club.
like a clubhouse almost like. For you. It's like the Hell's Angels for you. Except you go to the veterans hospital.
I walk out of the house. I say, "See you later." Where you going? I said, "I'm going with my people." You know.
So you go there. What do you do? What do you have like meals there and shit like that? What do you?
Yeah, they got a whole cafeteria. They got a lounge area.
Do they know you there too?
They got everybody waves. Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's going on? You know, I went down the hallways. What's up, brother? What's up? You know, like, I know all the police there. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So when I pull up on my Harley and I'm coming there, there's like a police booth. You gotta show your ID, you know. But they know me now, so when they see me coming, guys already waving me on. You know, I'm coming up the street. You know.
What kind of bullshit is that?
Oh my God!
What kind of bullshit is that?
Gregg Valentino's here. Holy shit!
What's going on, man?
People don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on today. No one would tell me. Everyone's been speaking
my brother right here.
Everyone's been very quiet and hush hush about what's going on today, and no one's telling me nothing.
I'm scared, actually.
Going on today.
But the Smalley brothers.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
The snake glove.
Holy
The
shit!
snake glove.
Look at all these people that are here. Holy shit! I don't
was
believe
gonna get
it.
an enema with that
I see
thing.
Akim Williams. I see Colette Nelson. I see Mr. G. I see Lee Penman, Robbie Smalls, Tenille Ray, Juliana Malacarne. Oh my God, Guy! This is like a surprise party.
Would the bus come with them? Would the bus drop them off?
And it's not even my 50th birthday. This is crazy.
Next
What's
year,
up?
right?
How you doing, man?
Next year, you're 50th.
Yeah, no, 2 years. Don't go. Hey, Colette. Oh my God! Look at all these. I see babies. Hey, Lee. How you doing? How you doing? Juliana. I see Marlon. I see. Where's Juan Morel?
He's in there. He just can't be on camera.
Oh, Juan Morel can't come on camera because.
Sit over here, though.
Bring his baby on camera though. I don't need him
Can't it be on camera?
because he's on their glute contract. I think. Hey.
Is it
Hi.
Blackman? Hey,
Hi, Juliana. Miss Olympia, we have here. This is a great.
Blackman just did some more firings.
Oh, he did. Who did he fire?
Steve Kabasic.
Who's Steve Kobasic?
Steve K, come on.
I don't know who he is. Give him the microphone
mean?
there, Jimmy, because I can't hear him.
What do you mean you don't know Steve? Steve K. Was there with Stephen Allen Dietrich? You know?
Oh, Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
Oh, Kobulsik.
Yeah.
He was one of the graphics guys there.
There you go, Frank. Yeah.
You remember, he was the nicest guy there. That's why they got rid of him.
Terry's gone. Terry Moradley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, because when you don't pay salaries, people have to leave.
That's what happened. At least they didn't get it. I got it by a text message. He text messaged me like like your girlfriend when she breaks up with you and shit. Hey Jimmy, listen.
I got a letter.
I love the bull. Me and the bull. I love this guy.
The topic of the show, Greg, was the people who lock themselves in their basement and become these YouTube stars. They think that they know everything about the bodybuilding industry and they have no street cred,
Oh,
nothing.
dude. You mean they give a diet advice and shit?
Oh, they think that they're the most listened to people on the internet. And they have no credibility. They didn't earn their stripes at anything other than the fact that they sit on a microphone and they criticize other people that they know nothing about. Basically.
See, dude, I feel that way about that guy, Louis Marco, because, I mean, not for nothing, but he sits back and all he does is talk about, bodybuilding shows and shit, right? And, I mean, what the fuck? What does he talk about?
Gregg Valentino.
Oh,
you
Christ.
have the exploding arms, the bubble arms.
I'm gonna give him exploding.
Bubble
I'm gonna
arms.
give him exploding asshole.
I didn't know this guy.
Yeah, you don't want to know this guy. I know you'd want to kill him.
I can't believe you guys are all here. I'm
what
in
is that?
shock.
He's a
I don't know how
basement
to.
jerk-off.
I don't
Yeah,
know how
he's
to
one of those
respond.
guys, because he's got
Mr.
the
G,
way
come
to talk.
closer. Johnny, does that microphone work? Right there.
I'm afraid
The N1
I'm
works?
afraid to ask Georgie what
Right.
that glove is for.
George, let me ask you a question. Talking to the microphone, of course. What's going on with the potato chip? You dropped off. Mr. G came up with this great idea for protein potato chips. You dropped off about 80 bags here. We went through them in 2 weeks, and we were all in withdrawal. Where's the rest of them?
Where the rest of them is right now, we're waiting on the nutritional panel, and we changed our co-package.
Well, you
So
said
the
that
new
5
FD
years ago.
Yeah, maybe.
I
No,
think
the-
It's the
Bobby
greatest idea of all time.
Yeah, they're coming out. The new FDA rules for 2017 just came out. The whole panel on the back of snacks is all
Right.
FDA regulated. And the new rule is this. Check out the new rule. You can no longer put big bag of Skinny Pops is 35 calories.
Yeah.
You can no longer do that. It really has 2,000 calories. You have to put the whole 2,000 calories on the front.
Oh.
On the back where it has the lines, it has to be a line like 5 times the size of regular. It says 2,000 calories on it. So what it's going to do is going to drive all the snack sizes smaller.
Oh. I will tell you, Jimmy, I don't know if you tried the potato chips.
Yeah, I did.
They were phenomenal.
Yeah, they were delicious.
They were
And then he
fantastic.
disappeared.
I don't even eat potato chips, and I became a potato chip eater.
He
Because of
told
that.
me about them, but I never tried them.
You would like
Bobby
them.
ate them all.
Well, Dave, he didn't tell you the 1 pound.
Biggie Smalls, come over here.
He didn't tell you the money.
Come over here. They gotta hear you. This is the real Biggie Smalls.
They raised close to $1 million, but apparently there's about 200,000 missing.
What happened?
One investor, I can't get into all
I
that. but
invested in Dave's snakes.
It is a great, it's a great snack, and they're trying to raise more money. That's what it is, and it's hard. It's hard.
No,
it really is.
Bobby Smalls, you told me that a couple of years. You told me back in I think it was 2006 or 7. You said when we all worked for Muscular Development back at the time. You said it'll never get better than this.
It's true. It'll never get better. Now everybody's gone.
Everyone's here. They're all here still.
Yeah, can't believe
All
it.
us
I feel like
MD
it's like a
guys, we're all back
Seinfeld
together.
episode reunion or something like that.
What
We're
happened
back
to John
together.
Romano? Did he?
John Romano is I just did a radio show with him. He's going to be coming out and building our new studios in Florida.
Where in Florida you go?
We're going to Cape Coral, Florida, West Coast.
That's a shock. I can't see you in Florida. I'm sorry.
Can you send the clothes down there?
I don't know.
You want to hear something,
Can you
Bobby?
deliver?
I told
You've
him I
always told me
wanted.
you
I
deliver.
told him I wanted to move
I
to
can't see
Florida,
him
right?
in Florida.
He's telling
Hey,
me
I'm
you ain't
sorry.
no New Florida guy. You're a New
You'll
York
be in
guy.
Florida
huh?
for 6
This
months,
motherfucker's
1 year.
moving.
You'll be
No.
done. I'm telling you.
I'm going.
I've
So
seen
you
everybody
said he
go
was
to
moving in
Florida.
April. Now
I'm
he's moving
committed.
right now.
You can't
You
go.
said
You
you were
can't
moving
go.
in April.
You're a
You
New
want a
York
house?
guy. You can't go to
You said you were
Florida.
moving in April. You told me you weren't going to move in April till April.
No, I said I have this warehouse till April, but I'm leaving. I'm abandoning. I'm abandoning ship
Holy Christ.
before it goes down.
Wait, nah, the ship ain't going down.
Juliana, come here for a
Wait,
second.
you know what I want to know? Why can't we hook up your son with Juan Morel's daughter? She's cute.
I've been trying.
She's too mature. She's too mature for him. My son is like me. Like he runs with his head through to bash his head
Where's
through the wall.
Juan's daughter? Can we bring her over here?
Yeah, we can get her on camera.
Can she? Hey, Juan, can your daughter be on camera?
She absolutely
She's not
can.
on contract, right?
Let's get Logan and
Logan,
Isabella
where's
over here
Logan?
together.
We got to hook this up.
See, Isabella is way more coordinated.
Look, she-
Logan is like a little more like his father. He's a little more brute, you know.
It's a boy.
Now Isabella is
Look at
is,
this.
is
Lord, hey, there you go.
She's got the claw too. He does. I call him Lagata. Lagata means the
Uh-oh,
claw.
uh-oh.
Oh, McDonald had a farm.
Uh-oh.
No, don't take him away.
Wait, can I say something?
Yes.
Latin chicks will do that to you.
Bye.
Latin, hey, Latin girl.
She's already.
She's like,
Logan's a little. He's a little immature.
Juan.
He's waving. He's waving.
Hey, Juan, your daughter just gave him a Stockton slap.
He wasn't listening. That's all.
That's all right. She's all happy.
Now,
Look at
she's
her.
how old now, Karen? 10 months old. Logan's 9 months. Yeah, they're 3 weeks apart. You're looking.
Oh.
And she's already walking. I saw her in the videos. That's amazing. Let's see. Can you believe
There you
it?
go. Look at her. Hey, hey.
The next generation. I can't even believe it.
Her shoes untied, Mom.
Logan doesn't even wear shoes. He runs around like barefoot, like a barbarian.
Oh, like you do.
She's calling out to you, Log.
Logan.
He got smacked down. That's why. See, Jimmy, it starts early, right? The girls they smack you right down.
They just dominate right from the beginning.
Logan, I know how you feel. I'm dating a Latin chick, too. I've been getting a smackdown for a while.
You love it though.
I do.
You like that too?
I do. You know me.
They always say, don't do a TV show with kids. They steal the show.
That's right.
There she goes.
Look
Look,
at
she's entertaining already. She's doing her posing routine. Is that like Daddy's posing routine?
She's not shy at all.
No, not at all.
She might be a permanent guest on the show.
She might be.
There she-
She might be. Now, guys, this obviously we're streaming live on RXMuscle.com right now, and we, if you guys love the content we do here, obviously I always tell you subscribe to the channel, support the channel. As you can see, this is a tremendous. I didn't know anyone was coming, to be honest with you. They all did this behind my back, and this is a huge. Really shows me the love and the support that the people that we touch on this show and through the show have for us. to come down here in their own time, and some of these people don't live close.
I live far,
and,
man.
You know, Akim Williams came all the way from Jersey. I know that.
Yeah.
And Valentino lives in Westchester, which people think are in New York, but it's a little upstate New York.
You almost got Lee killed 3 to 4 times.
Colette worked me into her schedule, which is a miracle in and of itself.
Very tight, very tight.
And, you know,
I love Colette.
that just makes me feel good, and it means that obviously we've touched people's lives here at RXMuscle. Gregg's down here. It only cost me $3,000 to bribe him to come down here. But I'm going to tell him. Blackman's going to send him a check. The check's in the mail. Blackman will still pay you.
Fucking.
And
I didn't want to say anything about that.
you know, Juliana, you won the Miss Olympia again this year.
Right.
And you know, I remember we used to interview you before you were even Miss Olympia. And so we've kind of seen you come into your own and
You saw my struggles, losing a lot of shows.
Wait, you're the Miss Olympia?
she's Miss Olympia.
Dude, no offense, but I was looking at that ass out there, and I'm like, wow.
You like little asses, you told
Yeah,
me.
but that ass is with those
This is
hamstrings.
tiny.
That's not.
Yeah,
a
that's
butt.
tiny.
That's a Brazilian
Just
butt.
round.
My girlfriend's out there. I was like, look at that ass, and she's like, I know.
Oh, she's from Brazil, Dave?
She's
Well, you're Brazilian?
You surf?
No.
Holy shit.
You don't have to surf.
Jimmy and I, we want to go to Brazil. We bring a king, but he's too fucking big. The plane will be flying like the fucking plane will be flying with like this.
Leave tonight.
Now, I thought when I watched Akim Williams train legs that no one trained legs harder than him. But then I saw, then we filmed you, and we said, I have to reevaluate.
Really?
You know, yeah, you do train very hard. Is it difficult sustaining, you know, the Miss Olympia aura? Because I mean, everyone looks up to you now as something beyond what you were. And you know, 3 years ago, you were just a regular person. Now you're Miss Olympia. Do you feel like there's almost like a burden on you in a sense to act a certain way, to represent the sport in a certain way?
I don't feel like a burden. I feel just it's more responsibility, but it's something that I enjoy to do. And I feel like a lot of girls, young girls, look up to me now, and I'm much more popular. So I have this responsibility to represent the sport well. But I enjoy. I like a lot. I work super hard to get here, and it's been an enjoyable road for me. I'm enjoying very much.
Now, Jimmy and I were talking before about, you know, these internet superstars, these people who have never accomplished anything other than they sit in their basement with a microphone and they do these videos every day.
Right.
And then there's people like yourself who really are not social media, you know, maniacs. You've accomplished so much. You have titles. People look up to you. But yet these people are like pretending like they're the authorities, that they know more than people like yourself or Jimmy or people who've earned it in the gym. Does that irk you sometimes that this generation is so weird now with the YouTube generation and the Facebook generation and the Twitter and the Instagram?
It's annoying sometimes. I found like annoying, and because everybody wants to be a guru, everybody wants to know and teach others, and I think it's a lot of ego. People don't do for the sport. People do for ego and to, you know, make their names and be an important person in the industry, in the fitness, because fitness became such a big thing. Like 15 years ago, it wasn't like this. So now it's huge. So I feel like people do much more for ego, and they don't even know what they are talking about, you know. They read, they learn, they think they know, but they never apply it to themselves, most of them. So I think a lot of them are full of things, you know. But whatever, I think the new generation, the
she's
internet
nice, all right.
thing is becoming really big. But I don't think it's gonna last too long.
Jimmy, translate what she's really saying.
What she's saying is that these basement people, these internet people, they're just basically assholes, jerk-offs. And they should shut their fucking mouths and go get a fucking job. That's it. In short. How about you?
Now, you know,
Without a fucking doubt. I'm sick of everybody's a personal trainer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's a fucking personal trainer today.
do
Everybody's
you
a
know
coach.
who the very first personal trainer in this world was?
Vince Gironda.
Nope. There was a guy who invented personal training for pay.
Palumbo.
He's sitting right behind you. Mr. G. Mr. G,
Mr.
remember when you invented personal training and everyone told you no one would ever pay for training?
Yeah, that was in
Talking to the microphone.
That was like in 1980. 1980.
Where did you come up with that idea that people would actually pay money to be, you know,
Wait,
worked out?
are we talking about training or like muscle worship?
Training.
First of all, they don't train, Greg. You ever see his studio?
Yeah, I know. Whose studio?
His.
You don't have a studio anymore.
Did you ever see him throw around a midget?
I went to his studio one day. I walked in. There was one pair of dumbbells, a tiki bar, and a fucking chin-up bar, and a bag. I said, well, how are these people training in here? He had like 100 clients coming in and out of there.
He chases Bobby chases him with a golf club.
He said he talks to them. He's like a motivation. I said, that's what you do? The place was empty.
I want to ask one more question. I want to ask Colette a question because, Colette, you choreograph the routine for Juliana.
Not this time.
Not this time. Well, what I'm saying, but on a regular basis, you choreograph a lot of women's routines. You don't really compete anymore competitively like you did 10 years ago. Given this generation that people don't remember you after, like, you're off the stage a year. No one knows who you are anymore. But yet you're behind the scenes. How does that mentally work as you get older and you say, you know what, I'm not really going to be the star anymore, but I'm going to be behind the scenes type of person who does the diets and all that other stuff that you do?
I mean, first off, I never signed on to this getting old stuff, okay? I don't know how that happened, okay? I really don't. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I think you just have to evolve, as a person. There comes a point where there's a diminishing returns in competing. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. And I felt that at some point I had to kind of step away from that. I had to become a real professional. I mean, I went to school. I spent a lot of time in my academics, and I thought, you know what, it's time to take the next step. But I still didn't want to, it's so hard to leave it. I'm like a hoarder. I can't let go of anything. I still got a T-shirt probably from like 1985. So given that,
if you move to Florida, you'll find that you get rid of a lot of stuff that you never thought you'd get rid of.
My God, right? I'm sure. So then
I see my curve.
Scary.
I can't believe the garbage man took it all.
Shit, wait, are you throwing out anything good? I would have went over there with a truck.
I know, right?
I had my dirty underwear. I was going to send.
I would have went over there with a truck.
Dude,
I'm not too proud.
He sold his underwear on the internet.
I think Sid wants to say something.
Yeah, so Dave, real quick, first of all, I wanted to thank everybody here in the studio who came out. Obviously, this is not Iron Rage as you had initially thought with you and Jimmy the Bull.
No.
But what we wanted to do, and I want to credit Amanda and Johnny for their efforts as well, is we wanted to make sure that everybody here, you, Johnny, Amanda, the whole crew, had a proper send-off going to Florida. Obviously, RXMuscle.com is going to continue as is, but we wanted to pay homage to the fact that, look, you've built something here, at RXMuscle.com, here in this studio where you've been for, what, a decade now? So we wanted to make sure that, some of the favorites that, you have done shows with in the past, that you've worked with in the past, that you've helped promote in the past. And on that note, we actually have some guests lined up. We have our first guest on the line right now. He is there. We were supposed to have him on last week, and we have him on now.
Gungar Din. Guy Cisterino. We can't hear him, though. He's like Kai Green. He can't miss a meal. You waited too long. He has to eat the scheduled meal.
I'm here.
You don't want to miss that meal because it's going to throw your whole schedule off.
I just fucking landed from Britain, dude. Give me a break. You're lucky I like you like 5%, or I wouldn't even be doing this.
I'm shocked that Johnny even got you on the line. We've been trying to get you on Skype for 2 weeks, and it was our fault every single time because we keep messing up Guy's schedule.
Yeah, I thought I'm bad with time. You guys are fucking horrible.
Yeah, we're pretty bad. We're definitely bad. So what's your take on the whole on your whole contest season? Were you pissed off with the end result or what? I mean, you did really good this year. You got a couple wins under your belt.
Yeah, and then I might as well have been invisible at the Olympia.
Yeah, why is that? Why do people not give you your due at the Olympia, but you seem to get a lot of love, at the shows throughout the year?
Dave, I have no idea.
You even shaved your beard.
I won Miami this year. I back-to-back in New York. I walked out before I walked out in the Olympia. This was the first year. Right before I walked out, I went to the mirror in the bathroom in the backstage, hit a back double bicep, turned around, and I was like, "These guys are in trouble." And walked down on stage, and went through the 60 seconds, and then as soon as I called out Ahmad. And I'm not going to bash, but I'm not going to make excuses. But as soon as they called Ahmad in that first call out, and his number was numerically before me, I'm like, I'm not getting called out because that guy had a lot of muscle. But I mean, when I talk about bodybuilding, I don't talk about people's integrity as a person. I don't talk about them as my friend. I talk about bodybuilding. I cut their heads off, and I'm an honest person. He had a lot of muscle. He had not one fucking slice in his leg, hamstring, glute, no detail in his back. He had a lot of muscle, so I don't look like that. So if that's what they're going for, then maybe I should put on the fucking classic physique trunks because I don't know what else to fucking do at this point.
I think it might be the beard. You're looking very evil lately with that beard.
I shaved it off. They told me to shave it, so I shaved it too.
How do you get such? Seriously, answer this. I want you to legitimately answer this honestly. How many hours a day do you spend on grooming that thing?
When it's thick, none. I have like this beard stuff I use in the shower, which is I'm actually sponsored by a beard company called Maestros. So they're actually huge. They're actually in Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, Harmon. They're actually really big.
You got a good beard.
So I just use the beard wash and then the beard butter, but I get it like groomed up once every other week, so it doesn't look like I got like pubes hanging off my face.
Yeah. See, Amanda doesn't like me to have a beard because she thinks that they're very unsanitary. How do you keep yours from getting any kind of bacterial growth in there?
Because unlike half the people in the sport, I actually take a fucking shower.
So
There's people that I know that go to the gym and work out and go to fucking sleep. Like, that's gross.
Hey, Guy, you been doing any hunting lately or what?
I actually have a hunting book, Greg, with my pops and my brother. We leave the day after. Well, they leave the day after Thanksgiving. I got to go to fucking Dubai the 22nd for some expo, so I'm actually missing Thanksgiving. I got with Centurion Labs. I got to go out to Kuwait. I'm there for like 4 days, and then right from Kuwait, I have like 17 layovers to put me in Amarillo because we got to hunt for a week.
Oh shit!
In Texas. So
wow.
What are you hunting?
Whitetail, but it's pretty much a whitetail hunt. But they got you can pretty much in Texas. They're so fucking liberal. Like you can shoot boar, 365, 24/7 with whatever you want. So.
Guy,
pretty much.
How come you don't
anything out there?
Why don't you hunt like something like like that's a little more dangerous, like bears or something like that?
Well, there's a bear hunt in New Jersey.
Yeah, you should go to that. I think that would be way more interesting. Like white-tailed deer are not really.
I don't hunt. Some people hunt to kill things for like the trophy. Like I was brought up eating what we kill. Like if we hunt deer, we eat it. Like I don't know if you've ever seen have you ever had bear, but it's very very oily.
Oh.
It's actually disgusting.
Yeah, worms from that shit.
That good. So we hunt whatever we hunt, we kill, we eat.
Yeah.
We're not like people that just go hunting for like the trophy of the animal. When it is good to cool to shoot a big buck, 100%. But at the end of the day, we're doing it for the kill. The meat. We're not doing. So a lot of these guys will go out and shoot a deer, cut the heads off, and leave the fucking body. We don't do that.
Right. Right.
Do the Branch Warren thing. Jump on top of the boar, cut its throat.
I went hunting with Branch Warren.
I was supposed to go, but it got rained out with Branch. It was thunder and lightning out, so we couldn't go.
They're serious. Those guys are serious. You got to be careful when you go with them.
Branch is fucking.
I thought I was going to die going with them. They have knives and dogs. They don't. Guy goes hunting with guns. Branch doesn't use guns. They use the old-fashioned way.
I think Guy should hunt PJ Braun.
They use the dogs and the Bowie knives.
Guy, you should hunt PJ Braun.
Guy,
hey, put his head on you.
I hear that they're selling the company. Aaron and him. Yeah, the black.
I have I'm so detached from that entire element of unnecessary bullshit. I mean, Dave, I've known PJ since he had nothing, and there's just a lot of talk and hard feelings between him and Aaron and whatever. So I just take the back seat to all that, and I'm allergic to bullshit, so I just stay the fuck away.
I hear you. Guy, I got another person in the studio, my friend Dom Matasio, who's second at the USA Champions in welterweight. Come over here for a second, Dom. Now, Dom is kind of in the same situation you were. You placed second at that Nationals that first time, and then you came back the next year and won. And Dom's kind of like, he's a little burnt out. I know. Are you doing Nationals, Dom?
I was supposed to, but I ended up. I have to move.
Come closer here.
I have to end up moving the day of the Nationals.
Guy, what would you do if you had a wedding or you had to move the day before the Nationals?
Ask Chris Aceto what I did about New York Pro 2016.
I remember.
Let me tell you something, bro. If there's no motherfucking way, I would not compete. If you took second, the would you say the year prior?
No, this year. He placed second at the USA.
And you're not going to do Nationals? You're an idiot. Either move 2 days earlier or move 2 days later.
I tried to. Trust me, I did everything in my power. Plus, another thing that I was stuck between was this year I sucked down to a.
What's the issue?
I have to move the day of the Nationals. The Nationals is on like the 18th. I move on the
move where
15th. I'm only moving like the town over in Queens. Right where I live.
Well,
Did you
joke
buy a
the
house, rent a house? What is it?
Yeah, no. The other thing too was like my weight though, because to make a welterweight, I lost 14 pounds in 4 hours to make weight.
Guy, how much did you lose at the Nationals?
75 hours of cardio twice a fucking day. I don't want to hear that shit.
I was doing the same thing too.
The only regrets
Trust
are going to
me.
be the things you don't do.
That's right.
What I'm saying is, if you got to move your shit into a fucking storage unit, and then when you come home, move it out in a fucking storage unit, and then move in.
I knew he'd say that.
Nah, trust me, I've tried everything in my power. I don't want to.
What do you mean try? Storage unit costs you $1 for the first month.
I don't want to go into a show though, like not knowing that I was able not to give it 110%, and I feel
You
like
can give it 110%. Move your shit early.
I can't.
I'll sit here all day. You can throw as much fucking shit as you
Guy will
want
never
on me.
quit.
I'll throw it right back.
Yeah.
Mentally though, it would have been rough, and I've done.
Listen, I've been to fucking funerals, weddings, Christmas, deaths in the family, fucking you name it. Brothers' weddings before shows. I gotta move. I bought a house. I'm moving the 31st because I gotta be out of here by the 1st. If I was competing on the 1st, even though I had to be in my house, it'd be done.
There you go. There's motivation.
It would get done.
I always say, and this is not just because guys on the line, I say that no one trains harder, who's more focused in this sport, and there's a lot of focused guys and hard trainers than Guy Cisterino. I've never seen a more organized person in my life. You're more organized than I was, and I was a cuckoo nutcase when I was competing as well. And that's why you maximize your physique and you get the most out of it. You know, people want to know what the secret is. The secret is be a freaking organized, prepared person. And if you're prepared, you'll be prepared for success.
People make fun of me, but half of these bodybuilders can't fucking tell me what they did yesterday. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know what you're doing for a 16-week prep when you don't even remember what you fucking did yesterday?
That's right. That's right.
You know, I'm an educated human being. I have a college degree. I went to school. You know, I just like to keep track of what I do. So, you know, show to show, I can look at my journal and know, all right, this is what I did this year. This is what I did, you know, with Chris, this show, that show. It's not about being organized. It's just about making, you know, I mean, people like to fucking bust my balls and shit. But at the end of the day, you know, like you said it 1,000 times, Dave, I don't have good genetics. I'm not afraid to sit here and say I don't have good genetics. But, you know, the people that have good genetics train like fucking pussies in the gym. And if you take the top 10 guys with the 10 best genetics and actually put some fucking effort behind their training and change their mentality, they would all be fighting for Mr. Olympia.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah with that. He's right with that.
Let me say hello to Tenille, who's standing behind me here. Tenille Ray, who is one of my co-hosts of the briefly running show we had here, The Fitness View.
One of the best shows you had.
Thank you. And what have you been up to lately? I know you've been doing a lot of coaching. I send girls to you all the time for your prep Chula fitness posing.
There you go.
Now, do you find more pleasure in helping other girls pose, or do you feel more pleasure in competing yourself?
Honestly, I feel like I'm on stage every weekend. Fortunately,
You got a lot of girls, yeah.
And guys. I do men's physique
you
and
do?
classic physiques too. Yeah,
there
I
you
get
go.
it. I get it.
So you're going to be like the new Kenny Wallach of New York.
No, I'm the new Tenille Ray.
There you
New
go.
and improved Chula.
There you go.
Yeah, and I actually help him with. I actually correct some of his.
Oh, you do?
His clients, so I feel.
Well, yeah, I don't know how a guy helps girls on stage, but you know that's got to be tough. Jimmy, you think you could help like a bikini girl, like do a walkout?
Oh, absolutely.
Besides looking at her butt, though.
I could help that Miss Olympia.
Well, that's
Let
part
me
of
see.
it.
So what advice would you give to Miss Olympia, Greg?
There's other girls. I don't say.
I mean, professional advice.
Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no me. I got to say fucked up shit. But there's too many girls here.
That never stopped
I
you
don't want
before.
Colette to kick my ass.
Now, Akim Williams won his first show this year, pro show. He's finally coming to his own. Stood on the Olympia
He's
stage.
looking pretty small tonight.
Yeah,
I was
Akim.
going to say, Akim,
What are you
know what I
weighing
mean?
today? Are you over 300 yet?
I got over 305 for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'm like about 296.
Put it a little closer to him, Jimmy, because we can't hear.
Yeah, about 296, 297 right now.
What did it feel like, since no one here has experienced that except Juliana, to be on the Mr. Olympia stage?
Man, I'll put it like how Cedric McMillan told me. He said when we were backstage, he's like, dude, you're going to be like, you know how you are in New York and you stand on the subway and you wait until the train passes by and everybody get on the train and you're just like a number on the train? Kind of that's what it felt like.
Oh, it did. Okay, so because you weren't the star of this show,
Exactly,
where
yes.
normally you are the star,
Exactly,
or
yeah.
one of the stars. That's
So he said unless you keep doing that and making improvements, and unless you're cracking the top 10 or cracking top 5, you're gonna feel like just another passenger on the train.
right. Well, I think next year you're going to be more than just a passenger on the train, and you're going to be a major talent on that stage.
Well, that's the plan for next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely want to crack the top 10.
You're probably one of the biggest competitors up on stage. It's just your body's still growing. You're like a baby Huey still. You're still maturing up on that stage.
He looks awesome though on the Olympia stage though.
I can put the mic down. My arms killing me.
Jimmy,
All that weight you lift the mic, what the hell?
the question is, who's the strongest pro bodybuilder out there now? That's the question. I say it's Akim Williams. Some people tell me it's Dallas McCarver. Would you ever be willing to have a lift off against Dallas McCarver, Akim?
I mean, right now with everything that I'm trying to accomplish, I'm trying to move away from the whole strength thing like that. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because when you stand on stage, it don't mean anything.
You can never move away from it because you're the strongest guy out there.
So I'm trying to train a little bit different now. I started training different this year, and I noticed a huge change in my body, and I'm going to continue doing that.
Colette, are you still training as heavy as you always do?
I mean, I did. What did I do? 105? Didn't I?
Are all your injuries healed?
I did do 105. Lee was there to stop me.
105 what?
Incline dumbbells. I can still do that.
You're still doing that. You're
I
crazy.
can believe it.
Don't you see how crippled I am? I told you you're going to wind
Dave,
up just like me
I
one day.
am definitely not going to have shoulders in about another 10 years. I'll be like this,
Don't do it.
Yeah, but you know what? Colette's in good shape.
She's always in good
She's
shape.
in good shape.
Yeah.
Seriously, she's in good shape.
Mr. G, how old are you now?
59.
59 years. What? Are you afraid of 60? No. 60 is a big number.
Dude, I am.
I'm actually in the
almost
best
there.
shape of my life.
Me and Jimmy.
No.
Right.
I still surf. I still skateboard. I still work out.
Right.
I still do all the same things I did when I was.
Yeah, but the number 60, it's when we were kids, 60 was old. When you knew a guy 60 years old, they're like, that's like an old guy.
Yeah, but when you get up near that age, it's not old.
No, I know it doesn't seem so bad anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
almost
young, you're
50.
like,
I
holy
mean,
shit. Then when you get up, you're
That's
like,
the
wait,
whole point of why we train.
Right.
The part of anti-aging medicine is weight training,
right?
Eating protein, and stuff like that. So I mean, and how you think too.
I thought growth hormone was the anti-aging.
Well, that too. That's gonna that too. In the next 5, you'll see. In the next 5 years, everyone will be.
My opinion, I think a man should stay on testosterone the rest of his life because as you get older, you lose. Right? You always tell me I got low test, right?
You have low test, yeah.
Yeah. So I think if
I found out I have high test. Did you know that?
You got high test?
Yeah, I haven't been on test.
He's got regular. What do you got?
Greg, who's the best? Who's the best bodybuilder out there right now in your estimation, from your definition of bodybuilding?
She looks good. Holy crap.
Men's bodybuilding.
Men's bodybuilding.
Who's the best talent out there?
Holy shit! I mean, you got to say Phil Heath because he's Mr. Olympia, but
No,
I think
who
Cedric
you like,
McMillan.
though? What do you like?
Cedric McMillan has potential if he ever gets his shit together.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If you had to pick one body out there, who would you want to look like?
Holy fuck!
He wants to look like Gregg Valentino.
No, he doesn't.
No,
he doesn't.
I look like fucking Uncle Fester on steroids. Who would I want to look like? I mean, you got a big ram. He looks great, but he's, that's
See, I always
really
used to say Tony Freeman because I like Tony's physique.
I like Tony's good.
His physique.
But what about Victor
10 years ago.
Martinez, though?
I don't know. Was that the physique you'd like?
Victor's got a great body.
Right.
I mean, his body's great. You know what I mean? He's still got that small waist, that V taper. If he ever gets in shape, I still think that he could, he's got that.
That's a guy with unbelievable genetics.
He does. He's got that flex wheeler.
But he is
shit
in his
going on.
40s though, so can he get better? Or is he only getting worse?
I don't know, man. I mean,
Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah. Well, Ronnie Coleman is crippled now almost. He's making a comeback.
Yeah,
he had a bunch of 7 back or 8 back surgeries he's had. And he's learning to re-walk because he had a spinal, like his
Bro, in 3.5 years.
Look, we got John Romano on the line. Holy mackerel! We were just guys were just asking about
the devil himself.
We got John. We got a big crowd here. We got Gregg Valentino, Jimmy the Bull, Mr. G, Akim Williams, Colette Nelson, Lee Penman, Tenille Ray, Don Matasio, Juliana Malacarne. I see Bobby Smalls on the sidelines over there.
Mr. G.
And the snakes.
Wow. Juan Morel's hiding in the snake room.
It's a reunion.
I know, and I was telling everyone that we're in the house that Romano built here because you built this whole studio.
It takes you leaving New York to pull us all out of hiding.
Where are you, at the courtroom?
No, I'm in my house.
Oh, that's a big house.
Thank you.
Jimmy thought you were in divorce court or something like that. He said it looks like it's the courtroom.
No, it's the house I'm remodeling.
What part of the house are you the most proud of?
The kitchen. Look.
Let's see it. Show it to us.
Can you see it?
Wow, you redid all that?
Yeah, I just built all of that.
Wow.
I'm not done.
Don't you remember? Hey,
Colette, you ought to get John to redo your kitchen.
remember?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I remember.
Hey, Dave, he had the first cook. Remember, he had the first cooking show.
That's right. Mr. G said you should do a cooking show out of the kitchen.
I think you lost.
New one.
A new one,
Muscle
a new
Meals
cooking show.
too.
You could call it like 60's the new 20 or something like that. You know?
We hear Bleckman's hiring. Yo, he just got rid of Kabasic, Steve K.
He did?
He just got rid of Steven, and Terry's gone too. Terry Mirabile.
What about Alan? Is Alan still there?
Alan's still there.
Alan's still making tuna steaks.
But they cut the pages. They cut. There's no longer.
I wonder how much he owes Alan and how much he paid him in tuna steaks.
Oh, you want to hear the dirt, bro? I could get you the dirt.
We
Ask
love
Joe
the
P-
dirt.
Hear the dirt.
He cut it down. It's only 10 issues now. He's gonna go down to 6.
I thought his shtick was, why cut back? We don't cut back on issues. Flex is only doing 10 issues. MD is every month, 12 issues a year. Number 1 in Barnes & Noble. Now he's down to 10 issues?
Yeah.
Number
Hey,
one.
John, we're going in a new direction. How
Yeah.
many times you heard that?
Yeah.
Right?
Huh?
How many times have you heard we're going in a new direction?
Oh, yeah. That's how I got fired. We're
You,
going
hey, at least I got a text message. He sent me he fucking fired me through a text message.
Jimmy, didn't you steal a car or something like that from Twin Lab? Is that how you got fired?
What's that?
But you sued him, right, Greg?
No, what
You
happened
sued him
was,
to win?
because I was doing that for a living. I mean, he paid me a salary, so I'm over there, and what I did was he tried to stop me from going on unemployment. Right, I had kids and everything. I go from work, and one day, the next day, I'm there almost 15 years. So he fucking, I went to unemployment. He tried to stop me from getting unemployment, and we had to go to court, and I beat him. And the judge told him off. He actually got a lawyer and everything. He tried 3
Why
times.
did you videotape that?
Beckman to pay you through a judge ordered him to pay you?
No, a judge said he tried to stop a judge from giving me the unemployment. You understand? He went to the unemployment. You know how he contested it. You know how he does that bullshit? Oh, they're all subcontractors or whatever. You know the bullshit he
I
pulls.
can't believe the IRS hasn't gotten
Yeah, but
him.
we're there 14 fucking years, almost 15 years.
You're
I worked for that
unemployed.
magazine. You know
Right.
what I mean? And then you're gonna,
Paid you for a year.
I'm not a fucking subcontractor, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Severance
I'm on a salary. I can't talk to anybody else. You can't. I wasn't allowed to talk to you, right, Dave?
Right. No, I know.
You know the story,
Talk
John.
to anybody.
Yeah.
At least Greg got paid. If you would have still been there, you wouldn't have gotten paid probably.
He would have got a baseball bat to the head.
What do they do in Brooklyn?
That's right. He would have got a bat to the head. I would have got the bowl.
They go to the knees in Brooklyn.
A couple glasses of wine, and the bowl would have went over there.
And the knees.
The Smalley brothers predicted this demise, didn't you guys? Back in the day.
He what?
The Smalley brothers predicted. Bobby Smalls predicted the demise of
I
Steve
remember
Blackman.
that. We were in the limo.
Did, remember?
Yeah.
Hey, John, remember we were in a limo. Bobby Smalls. He was
Started with bots.
No, you started with the kid. Remember? You were saying. remember that your brother started with Jordan.
Well, you know how we got fired. The Smalley brothers. We were in a big Escalade we had rented for the Olympia, and they had a snitch in there. MD had a snitch in the back, and the Smalley brothers said, "Oh, Dave's starting his own, and John is starting their own magazine," like as a joke. And
Was it Ron Harris?
The snitch
Yeah,
went back.
It was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. I know, but they didn't know that. The snitch went back and told him, and then Blackman's daughter calls up John, crying hysterically that we're trying to steal the father's magazine from them.
Who was it? Was it Ron Harris?
No, her inheritance.
Yeah, now I remember that.
Yeah. It was you caused the demise of Steve Blackman by him firing us.
But look what
You
happened.
single-handedly, you two, caused the demise of Steve Blackman.
Listen, the guy had a great run. I
Yeah.
mean, he inherit
Yeah.
he inherited a lot.
discovered the
I'm sure he
box.
still has money. He definitely has money. He's just closing down the shop with his magazine and all that other stuff.
John, he fired me through a text message. You know that shit. Heading in a new direction. Great to have you. Thank you for your loyalty. And I'm like, holy fuck! I think he's firing me. You know what I mean?
Except John, what he doesn't know, Greg, is that the text message was written with a red pen on a legal pad 3 days before,
Yeah,
and he
the
was
red
just
pen.
copying off the legal pad.
Holy Christ.
No, and it had to go back and forth between what's her face, the secretary.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Amanda?
What was her name?
Amanda.
No, the other one upstairs, the fat one.
Oh, shit. Denise.
Denise. Yeah, Denise, we got to do the post. We got to do the post to Gregg. Yeah, I got to read it to you.
You know what they do to... And the first thing they do is they stop you from getting on MD, right?
They lock you out.
They lock you out.
Yeah.
Hurry up, somebody lock them
I got
out.
locked out. I knew that was the end of the beginning of the end.
The greatest thing was when we had the stage, though. When we made him build a big stage at the
stage
at the
show.
Arnold.
You remember that? He was standing there with his
The
mouth
stage
open.
was awesome.
That was fun, though. Dude,
got tons of clips
you
for you.
remember him fighting a midget?
I
He was getting all
orchestrated.
pissed off.
I orchestrated the whole thing. as they would say, I instigated the whole thing.
He was getting pissed off
because
you were there, right? Remember, I was with you. I think he remember he was throwing a midget around. And the midget was like really trying to fight him and shit.
Because Triple H.
No,
told me-
you got to explain. We were at the Arnold Classic. They used to have these after parties, like after the Arnold Classic was
Right.
over, and
Arthur Lee Ray.
And Arthur L. Ray, who may rest in peace. I don't know if you know. He
I
passed
love
away.
him. I love Arthur.
He sponsored these after
Yeah, he
parties,
just passed away.
and Jason Deere, who ran the parties, would hire midget wrestling. And this would go on at like 12 midnight. So I asked Jason Deere if Mr. G could wrestle one of the midgets. And they said, sure. But for some reason, by the time we got there, they were leaving already. And I said, look, this has got to happen. And you and your brother were in the back kitchen.
It was like a scene out of Rocky. It
punching
was-
holes in the wall.
No, there was a club and there was a big circus tent attached to it.
Right, which is...
So it was like when people smoking cigarettes and stuff and throwing
Yup.
beer and stuff at the midgets, you know. And we walk in there and my brother goes, I don't like this, right? So Triple H...
Oh, Triple H was
Triple
there.
H makes fun of me. He goes, listen, the midgets take it serious.
Yeah.
Right? So before you wrestle, you're supposed to talk about what you're going to do before you actually wrestle. You're supposed to have like a little game plan. We had no game plan beforehand. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? So I get up there. They don't even announce my name. Do I move closer?
Yeah, move close so we can see you.
So they don't even announce. They don't even announce my name.
Right.
So then I figure in my head, this is rigged, right? So I go up, and I go to shake the midget's hand, and next thing you know, he goes to take my legs out like a real wrestling move.
I know.
He take me down.
Didn't he lift you up over his head and slam you?
He was throwing punches at him like this.
I grabbed him as soon as he did that. I grabbed him by his kahoonies, right, and flipped him up over the top and smashed him. And that's when I got up and started jumping the air.
Well, no, he body slammed you though.
Well, I laid it. Yeah. Well, when a midget, he's like,
Mr. G got body slammed. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Bobby's going. He's getting mad. Look, he's getting mad.
I picked him up. He wouldn't let me pick him up. You ever try to pick up like a dog or something? Somebody doesn't want you to pick
sack
him
of concrete.
Yeah. He wouldn't let me pick him up. I'm going, come on, this is a show. So finally I got him up, and I was literally gonna throw him into you guys, and then they rang the bell. Then he comes over to me. He goes, listen, I'm supposed to win. The midget tells me. I go, you win. I'm the star attraction here. I'm winning. What are you talking about?
Bobby was laughing. He's going.
No,
He's
so
getting
this is
mad.
what
He's
happens.
getting mad.
So Mr. G finally gets hurt. I think the guy started hurting you, and you start bouncing off the rings, and before I know it, the circus tent almost comes flying down because
jumped up in the air like
you
five
missed
times.
you missed the cross beam by about 3 inches, and next thing I know, you're dropping elbows on this guy's
I
head,
hit him with elbows.
and you almost killed the guy. They actually had the guy quit. I never seen a midget quit before.
I hit him with like 4 elbows. For real.
Justin Miller, my friend, is here too. And Justin, you remember that? You were there when Mr. G fought the midget?
I was there, yes.
Dropping elbows on this guy. At 250 pounds, you're dropping elbows on this
swinging him
guy.
around and shit. It was funny.
No, you know what he was doing? I was rubbing his ears too.
Yeah, but he was trying to. The midget was trying to hit him and shit. It was
J.M. Mannion was there. He'll attest to this if we got him on camera. That he photographed the whole thing. He's never said in his history of covering bodybuilding shows, he's never seen. Oh, you got it? Oh my God! It's not. Is it working? Oh, they took it down.
Oh,
remember I came.
You know what? I have it on my home computer somewhere. I'm gonna upload it to our
Dave,
YouTube
I
channel.
came dressed as a matador. Remember?
I
had the
remember
matador
that.
No, I know.
And I had the girl. You remember that?
I have the whole video. I filmed that video.
And I had all the girls walk me out.
I remember that.
J.M. Mannion said he'd never seen anything funnier than this in the history of covering bodybuilding shows.
Dude, I was laughing my ass
He said, "Where did you find this guy?" I said, "I'm friends with him. I don't know."
We still don't know.
Then I get Bobby walking around. He's talking about George walking around the hotel with no shoes on. You remember that shit?
No, Bobby, his brother, would walk around naked.
Oh, stark naked.
Stark naked down the hallway with his schlong hanging out.
My son came with us the last year.
I know.
All, and I go, you gotta understand, your uncle walks around nude, so stark nude. And that's when I was the Incredible Hulk green, and I had when they painted me as the Hulk green, and we took 100 like
people.
30.
I didn't believe you when you told me that, but I saw it. I'm walking down the hallway, and I said, "Oh my God, there's a naked guy walking down the hallway." And when I come to it, it's Bobby Smalls.
It's like you don't know how to talk to him. Like you try.
And he was probably straight too. That's the scary part.
Oh shit, he's funny.
He's behind Dave's cameras. He could not Dave's camera. He was 20 minutes late. Let me yelling at him.
Then he used to get massages and put them on the belt.
Yeah.
T-Bag, one day you got
And the people at MD would be like, what are we paying for these massages for?
T-bag massage. I open the room and there's a guy with hot tea bags. With hot tea bags. I closed it. I go like, what is that? Oh my God. Close the door.
Dude, I remember Blackman.
$500 for tea bags.
He's fucking shot. I remember all that.
Vegas.
Dude, he was standing there, and Blackman would just be standing there with Elise, and he'd look at Elise like this, and they'd be looking at him up on the fucking stage. Remember that? They were just standing there like frozen because they were like, what the fuck is
I gotta
going on?
say, Mr. G and his brother, when they ran the stage show at MD,
the best.
They would pull the stars off out of the expo. That to be honest with you, that's how I met Triple H. I met Triple H through these guys.
Oh, wait! Give the kudos.
Why isn't he on camera? Sid, cheat that camera a little over. Turn the camera so Mr. G can be on camera.
Dave, what we used to do is my brother used to call out celebrities' names. And they weren't
Triple H came up to the stage.
Half them were there, so we called up the crowd. He goes, Sylvester Stallone in the house! And everyone would turn and look. Meanwhile, he wasn't there. Yeah. So this time he says Triple H. I think he's BS, and lo and behold, Triple H is there.
No, Triple H came with Carlin Coker.
Right.
Yeah. He came with Carlin Coker, and that's when Bobby saw him and he went fucking nuts. You got to go on stage because I was right there. You remember? You know what else?
That's like getting Robert De Niro to do like a skit. Yeah. You know what, Bobby? I want you to come up here and do a skit. You know, pretend you're the guy from Goodfellas. You know, and they got him to do it.
How far away he was like about 200 yards away, and he came up.
Then Dave went into his weird shell again. He didn't talk to anybody. I said, Dave, can you get me tickets? My son wants to go. I can't find Dave. No tickets.
I always get tickets.
No, George, right? No tickets.
Holy Christ!
But what happened is it turned out that Triple H was a huge fan of the Anabolic Freak thing that you write your editorial you write every month, and a lot of times people are fans of people, celebrities are fans of other celebrities or people in sports and stuff, but they never get to meet. They got to meet, and what happened is they were instantaneous friends. They were like brothers from another mother, and that's
he
what
trains
happened.
them.
Yeah,
we became friendly too, so it's a great thing. So, John, what would be your number one memory of RXMuscle New York, if you had to think back?
The dinner at the Italian restaurant.
Oh, but before I went to jail?
No, that one too. But remember when we did that skit and Valentino didn't know we were going to whack him, and we put the plastic over his head, tried to choke him.
Oh, fuck. I remember that. You guys, yeah. That's what, the Muscle Mob shit. You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
That wasn't RX Muscle. That was Muscle
That was
Mob.
Muscular Development. When you guys made believe.
That was
like,
Muscular
in the hotel room. The hotel room one. Yeah. That was great.
That was fucking funny. Remember them? We brought this. We had all that food. He's talking about the food.
You know what was one of the best things? Was that freaking steak eating contest when Joel ate the whole freaking 7-pound steak.
No, that was me that ate the steak.
No,
that
you ate a steak on
I had the one Blackman bought. It was 2 pounds. I said, bro, I don't understand it. I ate a 2-pound steak and I shit out 3 pounds of meat.
No, you're talking about, John, when Joel Goldberg and John Scuderi, my friend, had the steak eat off. It was like a 72-ounce steak. And they were both almost taken away in an ambulance after, in a coma from eating.
Now, John Scuderi had a hernia, and he had a belt on. He had this girdle belt on that's holding his guts in while he's eating 72 ounces of steak.
And if you remember, he took it off to make more room.
He did. He had to take it off to make room.
Hold on, I think we got a new guest. Arthur,
Hey, I'm gonna say
come in
goodbye.
here. Hold on. I got the guy who's getting my tenants evicted. Come here, Arthur. Come on camera. You got some talents.
I thought that was Rick James.
It might be Rick James. Arthur, come on. You have some talents. Come over here for a second. We're live. Come here. Come over here. What were you told me you want to get on my TV show.
Come with the lawyer papers.
Come in here. Come on in here.
You got to sign these, Dave.
Tell him how old you are. No one will believe it. How old are you, Arthur?
Old is the situation, as young is the reason.
Are you older than Mr. G?
How old is he?
He's going to be 60.
I'm older.
You are older. You are older. Now, what did you tell me that you do? Do you sing?
Keyboards, drums.
Can you give us a couple notes?
No, keyboards, digital.
Oh, you play.
synthesizers,
And
drums.
keyboard and drums.
Right.
We have a
And,
pair
you
of drumsticks.
know, and taekwondo, with the
Taekwondo. Oh, right, taekwondo. Maybe you could fight Mr. G. Yeah. We can reenact the midget wrestling. You have the eviction papers here? Not the warrant for my arrest. It's the warrant to kick out my tenant.
Tenants to be evicted.
Tenants to be evicted. Okay. All right. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you. See, you gotta go through this.
Here you go.
I thought it was actually.
I thought that was Rick James.
Rick James, or I thought it was Melly Mel.
Melly Mel just got a hold of me.
That's how I evicted someone out of my place.
I was thinking about getting Melly Mel to write us a new RX Muscle rap or something like that.
You should.
Right? He'd be into that.
You should.
He wrote Victor Martinez opposing rap.
Did he really?
Yeah, for one of his routines. Yeah. Yeah, he uses it all the
Melly's
time.
my boy.
He dresses. You know how he dresses? The way he dresses is unbelievable.
Who, Melly?
Yeah.
Greg, what's the most abused drug in bodybuilding right now?
The most abused drug? Shit. Probably insulin.
Right, and on that note, I was going to get Colette in here. Colette, why does everyone think that insulin is like magic all of a sudden when we know insulin is really just a fat storage hormone?
Okay, well, let's put this in a little bit of a dynamic perspective.
Coming from a type 1 diabetic.
Okay, when you think about growth hormone, growth hormone is anti-insulin,
Right.
So growth hormone will actually cause insulin resistance. So here's what I think. Okay, so if you take enough growth hormone, and most people in the bodybuilding world are taking 10 IUs or more, do you agree, Greg?
Right, yep.
This is going to cause insulin resistance. Right. So listen, my whole world is in the diabetes endocrinology field. So what's going to end up happening is the beta cell is it's under pressure, right? Because causing insulin resistance, the beta cell has to work harder. So when you add insulin to it, so then you're counteracting the insulin resistance. And that, I think, is why you're seeing superseding growth, though. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're able to absorb the food. How many
people are you getting coming to you who are having diabetes situations of pro bodybuilders?
Tons.
Too many, right?
All right,
Too many, Greg. And I do believe it's because excessive growth hormone causes insulin resistance and beta cell failure in the end.
All right, first of all, two things I got to ask you, okay? First of all, I have a friend. You know who he is. We'll talk about I don't want to say his name on here. Okay, that died from taking insulin, okay? It's a big-time New York guy. He died from taking insulin. He was taking 100 IUs a day.
What?
Ridiculous. He died with a fucking...
You probably don't take that much in your diabetic.
No.
He told me a story how he took an insulin shot, was cooking his dinner. Next thing you knew, he woke up in the hospital, and he said his house was burning down. His girlfriend stopped him. Wow. Caught him. He went into the hospital, right? And then I was like, dude, you're fucking crazy, because we're in a diner. He's mixing like sugar and water. And he's still doing it. And he did it again, and this time he died. But wait, let me ask you a question, though. Yeah. Both you guys, this is for all you internet guys, too. I got to ask you, how does Rich Piana say that he doesn't eat he'll say, I don't eat any protein at all, but they'll show him eating boxes of, like, Fruity Pebbles and fucking, he must have 1,000 grams of carbs at every meal, pure sugar and all that stuff, and no protein. And how the fuck does he do that?
Well, you're only seeing him eat one meal, though, on camera.
But he put a whole box of shit in a blender with, like, applesauce and fucking bullshit,
Oh, we got someone on the line. Another guest. I don't know who it is. Who is it, Johnny?
Did you ever see that? How the fuck's he?
Jose Raymond! Holy mackerel.
Jose.
Guy said he'll kick your ass. I can't hear him. Turn on your microphone.
Looks like he's in the warehouse.
At the gym, we lost him. Okay. You'll bring him back. Are you bringing him back, or should I continue talking about insulin? Greg, the problem is with the insulin.
You've
is
seen that, though, right?
What people do is and Colette can verify this, they feed the insulin. They don't take insulin to help their meals. Right. They actually take insulin, then they have to actually feed the insulin because they take too much of it.
But
right?
that's crazy,
it's
though.
It's all really dose dependent. If they knew what they were doing and they knew how to count, like, the carbs and the protein and look at the whole meal as a whole, they probably wouldn't go around killing themselves. But insulin's not a drug you say, well, if a little bit's good, I guess a lot more is better.
Yeah,
it's
but
just
you were
so
just
not that kind of a drug, you know?
I agree with you, but you were just talking to him when I walked in about internet guys knowing everything. And this guy's over there making fucking shakes and everything with nothing but, I mean...
It's irresponsible.
But dude, you know what? You got all these kids, bro. I could eat like Fruity Pebbles and like,
it's
cookies and all.
Irresponsible, I agree. Let's get Jose on there.
Did I just spit? Oh, I'm sorry.
Jose, what's up, man?
Jose.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, we just talked to Guy Cisterino before. He said that he's going to kick your ass next time he sees you on stage.
Yeah, I love Guy, and he's getting closer and closer, but I got one leg.
That's a nice ear.
And I'm an old man, and I'm still whooping his ass.
Guy says he's the most disrespected guy on the Olympia stage. Would you agree with that?
The guy is?
Yeah. What would you be?
I think he brings it on himself.
Why is that?
Like a punk little brother that won't stop razzing you. Eventually you got to put him in his place.
Can you turn up his volume,
Johnny? He asked for it. He does a lot of talking, but a guy definitely backs it up. He backs up and brings some of the best conditioning on stage, and that's all you can ask for, He wasn't...
Is he the most neurotic guy in the industry, the most focused, guy in terms of all the details of every possible...
Without question, without a doubt. He's out of his fucking mind, Dave. And that's exactly what makes him successful, because he's cooked. It's an obsession.
Do you fear the beard?
Do I like the beard? I fear the beard. Who the hell is that?
Valentino.
I was about to say something dirty. Now I can. Yeah, I'd fear the beard if it was going down on me.
The only thing Jose fears is pregnant women. He loves pregnant women.
Huh?
Issues like that?
Just Latinas, baby.
Pregnant ones or none?
I've gotten a few pregnant. Not anymore. My shit's so old I can't even get forget it.
My stories can't hold stick to Greg.
Guy, will you go back? Jose, will you go back to the Arnold Classic this year?
I'm going back, Dave, because I know Ascanani's going, and I know Seth Feroci's going. So it's going to be a hell of a show, and I want to go up against, the top guys. I want to redeem myself against Ascanani, and I want to show Seth that you can't just take 4 years off and come back and think you're gonna start bumping people around. So he better start training hard and quit that coal mining job he's doing.
What's with all the 212 guys and the beards, though? Is that like, did guys start something here? Now Seth's got a beard. This one's got a beard. You had a beard for a while, too.
I don't know. It's like driving a big truck. It's like a little man syndrome. Grow a beard, you look tougher, I guess.
Oh, fuck, maybe I got to grow a beard.
Are you going to wait till the last minute to diet, or are you going to stay in shape off during the Christmas
No,
holidays?
I'm staying in shape. I'm under 230. I'm like 226 right now. That's as heavy as I'm going to get. And, no, I need to come in top of my game to beat these guys. I'm not Flex Lewis. I'm not gifted with the best structure. You know that. And I'm a lot like Guy. I got to work my ass off to get their respect. And, I'm really disappointed in my outcome of this year. And after placing second, you don't ever want to go backwards.
Right.
And I also want to redeem myself from placing second to Hide last year. So
yeah,
I got a lot to prove, and I'm really, really, really motivated.
Well, you've always been a big supporter of the show, and obviously we're going to be moving down to Florida. Would you ever consider moving down south, leaving Boston?
Sure. My wife would love to. Just got to have a definite way to make money down there.
Well, you'll always make money because you're a hard. the people's champion. You get down and dirty. You're a blue collar.
Yeah, exactly. I just find a local gym and start there, training people.
We got to get you down there. West Coast.
Yeah, are you going to be down at Mel's gym?
Yeah, we're 20 minutes from Mel, so that's going to be great. We'll be able to do a lot of stuff down there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I look forward to coming down and visiting.
All right, you always got a place to stay at our house.
Thanks, brother.
All right.
I just want to, Dave, thank you so much for all you do, brother, and thanks for always supporting me. You know, you have from day one, and I really appreciate it. And keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure everything's going to be awesome, whether it's New York or Florida. So do your thing, brother.
Jose. Let me get my good friend Cole. Cole, come over here. Yeah, come over here. Yeah, you know, I'm driving down to Florida. You know, everyone knows I've been breeding snakes lately. So I got, you know, all these snakes, and, you know, I got to put them in the back of a truck because they got to get down there as quickly as possible. So Cole volunteered to drive down to Florida with me.
I did not volunteer.
Did I recruit you? Yeah. Are you going to be able to handle 26 hours with me?
Yeah.
Truck?
Be interesting.
You know, the thing about driving with me, it's not just a straight drive. We have to videotape and chronicle everything. Yeah, yeah, it's very important because our fans out there and the viewers, they want to see what we're going through on the trip down there. So, are you prepared for that? Because if you're not, I'm gonna have to bring Mr. G with us, and that's gonna drive us nuts.
You know, 26 hours. It's gonna be interesting. We're stopping for a lot of food.
Yeah, Waffle House is this.
5 star.
No,
There's Waffle House.
Colette told me you pockets are deep.
At the lowest, okay.
My
would be considered, you know.
Cracker Barrel.
One of the things I love about going down I-95 is that there's like a Waffle House every couple exits. So I try to hit one in every state. That's the goal. All the way down to Florida. I believe that there's one in pretty much every state because on the way up I kind of confirmed that.
Cracker Barrel.
There you go.
We're stopping everywhere.
You'll see more of Cole. Oh, look who's here. Skinny Rich is here too. Wow, everyone came down here. I can't believe it. I got to leave New York for people to come visit me. Otherwise, I got to beg people to come here.
It's like a funeral.
It is. It's like, thank God I'm not dead, though. Jimmy, thank God, right?
Maybe you are. This is your eulogy.
I don't even realize I'm dead.
He's dressed in black.
Maybe you are.
Maybe I'm in a box right now, and I don't even realize it. Someone's going to wake me up and say, David, it's all over. You're done. But so, Jimmy, what's your most fondest memory of RXMuscle? What's your fondest memory of RXMuscle? Something that you'll never forget, like an episode. You get the microphone there.
Shit, there were so many of them, Dave. You know, how could you actually pinpoint one?
Well, just something that sticks out in your mind that you know, just like a funny. Maybe time that you
when I streaked naked in the snow.
Oh yeah, I did make you streak naked down the street.
Right.
What was the
February?
What was the momentum there that made you do it?
I don't know. You always make me do fucked up shit.
Mr. G, what was the craziest Halloween costume or the craziest costume you ever wore on the show? Yeah, you did a lot of crazy costumes.
When I dressed like Jesus.
Who got mad at you? Oh, you dressed as Jesus or Moses?
No, Jesus at Steve Weinberger's gym.
You dressed here once, and you remember the Rescue Inc. guys wouldn't come on the show because they said the Jewish investors were going to be upset. Was it Jesus you dressed as? You remember that?
Moses.
I think it was.
What
was he dressed as?
I think it was Moses. Yeah,
Moses.
That's what
Or rabbi. Maybe it was a rabbi.
No, it was Moses.
It was a rabbi.
It was Moses.
Yeah.
You were busted on Moses. Yeah. When we did the comedy at the comedy club, we did an act.
Mr. G got us into Governor's Comedy Shop. Right, what was that?
We did an act.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Governor's Comedy Shop is got like the top comedians in the world. And what did you got us in there for some kind of charity event? Weren't you there, Colette?
It was for Chiari's angel. It's a disease that the brainstem back here doesn't connect.
What did we do there? I don't even remember.
All I know is I was dressed up like an Arab. I had bombs under my robe.
And Joey Cola was there.
Yeah, all the comedians were there.
And we did a whole wrestling act.
Oh, is that what we did?
Yeah.
I don't even. We did so many crazy things.
You
didn't film that?
Hulk Hogan.
And he was the Iron Sheik.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But I had bombs on me and shit.
But he got drunk. Yeah. He got drunk. He got drunk before. So when I called out, when his cue came, he never came.
That's right.
When I said, "So what do you think of the Hulk's new act?"
The Sheik was at the bar.
Crickets. So then I said it again. What do you think of the Hulk's new act? You know, of course, the audience is looking at me like. What
And
is
we're in
this
a
guy?
live comedy shop right
Yeah,
here.
I was at the bar drinking with the outfit on.
So finally,
talking to the ladies.
Jimmy comes from all the way from the back, stumbling over the chairs and stuff.
Yeah, remember that?
It was a disaster.
Oh,
That's
I
right.
spit on you. You know a good.
Yeah, you didn't film that?
I don't even remember.
it's
We
on
must have filmed it.
YouTube.
I must
that
have
was
filmed it.
funny
I must
shit,
have
man.
filmed it.
That was
yeah.
great stuff.
It's
man.
on YouTube.
I must
The
have
people
filmed it.
loved it.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Dude, he went to the gym as Hulk Hogan. Remember, you went to like Strong and Shapely.
The
And
gym,
went-
he used to go to shows dressed
They
as
thought
Hulk
it-
Hogan.
They thought it was Hulk Hogan for
He
real.
looked- you looked
Dudes
like
were like,
him.
"Yo, bro, is that really Hulk Hogan?"
You looked a
It
lot
was- it
like
was
him when you
funny.
were dressed up
We
as
used to
him.
fly. Remember, we used to fly.
Hey, Bobby, right?
We used to fly in character, and then we wouldn't have to wait on the security line. They would just wave us like this and open a security line. Listen.
Evidently, Hulk Hogan lives right near Mel. And
They thought it was
he
him.
goes to Mel's gym now.
They thought that was really Hulk.
No, I know. He looked
Dudes
like
are coming
him.
up to
I
me.
told people
He
that
looked
knew
just
me.
like him.
Bro, dudes are coming up to me going, "That's Hulk
That
Hogan."
was
I'm
in the
like,
airport, right?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Holy Christ.
All right. Well, Sid, do we have any more guests, or are we winding down here? Chula Fitness. Tenille
Yeah, I
Ray.
wanted to give Tenille and
All right.
a couple of others
All
here
right,
a
let
chance.
everyone
Yeah.
say what they. Let me hear them.
So,
they
I would
gonna
like to
roast me?
say, no roasting. I'd like to say that I'm only 17, but I've known Dave.
Here, grab the mic.
You got me. I've known Dave for a very, very long time. And let's switch.
Smalley Brothers,
Is that
stop
better?
talking.
Okay. I've known Dave for a very long time. And I met him when I was in another organization. I don't know if he knows the story. And I walked into the building, which was at Tribeca. I never competed in an NPC show. And him and Joe were like, "Are you an IFBB pro?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just a whatever pro." And they're like, "Well, you should come work the booth." And I was like, "All right." So I made Dave a lot of money.
Everyone made
Slinging-
me a ton of money. I don't know where the
slinging
money
supplements.
is, but everyone made a lot of money.
And because of Dave, I was able to meet a lot of people. And I would attribute part of my success today as a coach to Dave. Because if it wasn't for Dave, I wouldn't have been involved in the NPC at all. And that's the truth. So
Thank you.
I want to thank you very much. Not only for that, but also for just kind of being around. And every now and then I text you and we talk. And you know, there's never anything that I can't ask you that you would never answer, as busy as you are and as popular as you are. So it's a pleasure to know you, and it's a pleasure to continue to watch you grow, and a blessing to see Logan as well.
Thank you. Thank you so
love you
much.
very much.
Thank you. Tenille did some great interviews for us too for the
Oh,
website
that too. Of course, the interviews on the website, the little workouts, and the show.
I did take you out for sushi.
Once I had to strong arm him. Anybody who knows Dave knows that he's a little bit frugal, so I had to kind of strong arm him for
The
my
people
sushi.
here don't know that side of you.
Hey, don't eat sushi. My friend caught a tapeworm.
Uh-oh.
All right.
You mean I can't go after this?
Who else wants to talk? Akim?
Yeah, I just want to say pretty much I wouldn't be here without Dave right now. I met Dave in 2010, and right away he saw the potential in me, and we've been a team ever since. So everything I attribute to Dave. You know, he took me from this little skinny guy who just went to do one show and basically brought me to this monster today. So the whole success from being on the Olympia to turning pro, everything that I've achieved over the years is part of the success that me and him basically working together. And one thing I've always said about Dave is he's always never put me down in the sense that he's always seen like, yo, you're going to do better next year. So every year we do good, he's going to tell me next year we're going to do even better. And we always basically pull through and do better each year. So to you, Dave, going out to Florida, I know it's going to be a loss for me because you're like in my backyard. You know, I could always come to you whenever.
Yeah,
I
we'll
need,
get you
know?
down there.
And I just want to wish you much success out there, you, Amanda, and the baby. And I know we're going to continue with our journey from now until the Olympia. And best of luck to everything.
Thank you, absolutely, and you're always welcome down there. We're running out of rooms, Amanda. We rented out about 5 rooms already. I might have to sleep in the warehouse.
I almost feel like crying.
I finally get Gregg to come down to the studio, and now I'm leaving.
What are you crying for? We're gonna go down there.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I've never been to Florida in my
How come
life.
you don't move to Florida? What are you doing up here in New York?
Yeah, my kids, everybody
Oh,
else
your
is up
kids.
here. You know what I mean? I can't fucking move.
Yeah.
I'm shot. But
You're
you
an
know.
old Italian. It's
I'm
time.
old, bro.
John Romano told me all the old Italians moved to Florida. That's like part
Bro,
of
a
the deal.
couple years.
I'm going too.
I'm right behind him in age. Me
I
and
know.
Jimmy.
What are you,
him.
56?
Yeah. I'm 56, man. 3.5 years, I'll be 60.
Oof.
I don't look that old. Come on, motherfuckers. I don't look that old. Stop talking your shit.
75% in the box.
There you go. Pretty soon I'll have to be doing this to get money. Here, here's Jimmy.
I feel this is like a wedding.
You don't need this.
I don't want a fucking box.
Yes, you do.
I just want to diss a fucking pig.
You want a box.
He's gone. That's it.
No, you want
I
that
told
kind
him,
of box.
Jimmy will live to like 120 because he's doomed to suffer for eons of eternity.
You got that right, man. Fuck it. You know, that's the only way I know I'm alive. You gotta suffer.
I just wanted to say something real quick. Again, I wanted to thank Johnny, who's behind the boards right now. I wanted him to actually come out here on the stage so he could just, get some camera time. Johnny, you want to run out here real quick? He says he can't right now.
Johnny's actually going to Florida with him, so he's not leaving anywhere.
But again,
you are going, aren't you?
I wanted to recognize, all the work that Johnny has done, because if you think about where RX Muscle and RX Television has, come in all these years, Johnny is the one that, obviously, Dave, if you want to really quickly tell the story of how you and Johnny met and how this TV initiative has evolved under your team, essentially.
Yeah, well, a lot of people know that I always wanted to do a live TV show. When I was at MD, I wanted to do a live TV show, and they told me over there it couldn't be done. And I said, I don't believe that. I said, I believe it can be done. I said, I think you got to just start building it. And so when I came and started RX Muscle, John and Romano and I, the first thing we started was we got to figure out how to do a TV show, but we didn't know what the hell we were doing. So we were filming with 2 cameras, and we were trying to mesh things together.
We did the radio show first.
Right, but we did we were doing TV, but it wasn't live, and it was post-edited. It was taking forever to put the episodes up. They weren't regular. And I don't know. Johnny always was a fan of the site, and he actually showed up at one of my seminars once in Garden City Gold's Gym and filmed it. And I didn't even really know who he was. This guy showed up from Puerto Rico to film it. I'm like, all right. And then in 2012, I believe it was, at the Olympia, he flew himself out there. He says, I'm going to help you guys film. I said, okay. He came out. He wanted to prove himself, and he did a terrific job. And at the time, we were doing really well advertising-wise. And I said, you want to come work for us. And we got hit with the hurricane, and we made some changes in people who work for us. And Johnny said he'd be willing to move out here. And he said he thinks he can make the TV thing happen with us. And so him and I sat down, we brainstormed how we can do it. And when there's a will, there's a way. They say if you envision, if you have a goal set in your mind and you can envision it, you can make it happen, and your thoughts create your reality. And we created this live TV show that was started out as almost like an insane Howard Stern show, and it's morphed into 6 or 7 different original TV programs that we've developed over the years, and it keeps getting better and better. And I'm always riding Johnny to work harder, and he's always breaking my balls. But the dynamic works. We live stream from China. He's right. We blew out, almost blew the box out from China, but we actually live streamed from China, which was probably our most significant live stream, but to date. But we've live streamed shows. We live streamed the Dallas Europa Super Show. So we've pretty much done it all. At this point, now our focus is on original and new TV programming. Especially given the YouTube generation now that people don't watch cable anymore.
Right.
I used to say people don't read magazines anymore. That's old news. People don't watch TV anymore. They watch the internet.
So we actually have everybody who came in here in studio. We have people join us over Skype, but we actually have some that left us some video messages. So Johnny, if you want to run those to see who we have.
Hi Dave, this is Badur from Oxygen. I just want to wish you best luck to your move to Florida, and we will miss your show in New York. Good luck, my brother.
Dave, what's up, buddy? I wanted to wish you and the crew at RX Muscle safe travels and good luck in Florida, new beginnings. You'll be missed here in New York, but I think it's a better climate for all those snakes you have back there. So I hope to see you guys soon. Definitely be in touch, and I will come visit whenever I'm in the area. Take care, guys.
Hey, Dave. It's Lorenzo, straight from the island, Puerto Rico. Wishing you guys a great move. I'm honored being part of the RX Muscle family the last 2 years. It's been a great experience, and man, I wish you the best, and I have a lot of admiration for you because you love what you do and you do everything with passion, and that's one of the most important things to succeed. RX Muscle team is amazing. You guys Johnny, Sid Faruqi are putting a lot and many shows and more to come. Now you have to embrace Florida. Wish you the best there. No more snow. Enjoy your new journey, the new adventures there. And remember, RX Muscle is #1. Wish you the best, brother.
We have a super surprise one here.
Hey, Dave. So it's a funny fact. I've been married for 5 years now, and if I think back, I believe I have spent more nights in a hotel room with you than I have with my wife. Obviously, we were doing different things in the hotel room, but I did get to witness the grounding pads and drinking all kinds of nasty shit and all of the weird stuff that you do, the stomach stuff you do and everything. And you know what? I wouldn't give it up. I wouldn't give it up for the world. But I had a baby, and then I had a second baby. You copied me. You had your own baby. I moved to Florida to be closer to my wife's folks to help with the baby. Now you're copying me there too. And I can only hope that your business, as you're picking up and moving it, can also copy me. And anyway, on a serious note, this is big. Change is difficult. Change in your life is difficult, especially for somebody like me and you who are real creatures of habit. Any kind of change, even if it's really good change like what you're about to do, is difficult. And for me, anytime I have to do any kind of change, it causes some anxiety. And I think they say moving is one of the most toughest things to do. But I think that this is a really good move for you going to Florida. I can tell you, for me, it obviously was. You're going to save a lot of money living in Florida, no state tax. I think that you're going to be in a much better, happier, sunnier environment. And I think that it's going to be a really great move for you, Amanda, and your son, and hopefully many more in the future. So you're not too far away now, so come by and say hi. Love to show you guys around Boca. Have a great trip, Dave.
So there you go. Aaron, Lorenzo, Bader, and Arash.
What a group.
Well, I just wanted to say one last thing before you wrap things up here, Dave. Everybody in this studio, everybody who has sent messages, and, in my 2-3 years here, I can't tell you how many athletes that are currently under contract elsewhere come up to me, come up to Johnny, and tell us, guys, you have no idea how badly I wish I was on the show. I love what you guys do. I love what you guys have done for the sport, because it was your vision, it was your brainchild that has taken media coverage of bodybuilding and has taken it to another level, to a point where now fans are able to enjoy, consume content they weren't able to consume before. There are other media outlets out there, but they're still covering the sport the same way they were 25, 30 years ago. So everybody in this room right now, in the fact the way you've covered them and the way that you've been a friend to them, been a coach to them, been a mentor to them, and for myself as well, in the sense that you've been a mentor to me. You brought me essentially off the street into this studio, into this company, and into this industry, and I couldn't be more thankful for everything you've done for me. Everybody in this room, everyone in the bodybuilding industry could not be more thankful for what you have done for them and what you have done for this sport. But I understand there is one more individual that has a final message for you here.
Yes, I should really have the last word because I gave him his start. I believed in him from the beginning, and I hate to admit it, but RX Muscle is #1. Woo! Why cut back?
Thank you, everyone.